Hey, how's it going, third graders at Kahili? This is Coach Mac, the media specialist over at Kell High School. How are you today? We're going to do a little literature unit on lacrosse, the history of lacrosse, the legends of lacrosse. What I'm wearing is Lacrosse Goalie gear that they wear up north. The Georgia Swarm team wears this. I still play. I'm 60 and I'm still playing. So you can see by the pictures, you have little kids playing, you have girls playing, you have guys playing, the Thompson brothers playing. They're part of the Six Nations Indian tribe of 6 different nations in the Iroquois Nation. And they play box lacrosse and they play field lacrosse. Let me explain my equipment to you. This is what I play with when I'm playing goalie. So guys are shooting at me, college guys and older shooting 80, 90 miles an hour, so you have to wear a lot of gear. So the first things I have are my stick, which this is not legal in the pro leagues anymore. This is what they use up in Canada, but this is called the wall. So you stand here like this, arm out like this, kind of the teacup they call it. You have your arm out to make saves. You have this arm out, you make saves that way. So you can see that's a big stick that'll stop a lot of balls. I've got these big giant gloves. I've still broken fingers even with these big gloves on, because those guys are shooting hard. And you can see the size of the gloves. Very big. Put the stick down here. So the gloves are very big. They're not very heavy, but they're well padded. But it still hurts when you get hit with them. The next thing is my mask I wear. I used to wear the old kind of mask, like a Jason mask, with the eye holes, but I got a concussion, so I don't wear that anymore. So it's got this cage. This is the mask I grew up wearing as a kid in New York. So that's why I used to have clear throat guards on it, but they kept getting broken by shots. And I've had this on for a couple of years and it works great. So that's my mask that I wear. I have these big shin guards. Even with these big shin guards on, guys shooting 80 miles an hour, you can feel it through. You can see the pads are very thick on these. You can still feel them through there because that ball, lacrosse ball, is very hard. So I wear shin guards. I also wear these heavy pants. These are hockey goalie pants. Very heavy. They stop a lot of the danger, but it still hurts sometimes. I wear these big uppers, and they make me look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But you need these. Sometimes it's hard because you can't feel a shot coming in, but you have to wear these to be safe because you get hit up in the throat a lot. So luckily these come up pretty high, and they save my shoulders and my arms. But I've still gotten hit on my collarbone and done some damage to it. But lacrosse is a great game. It's been around for hundreds, possibly thousands of years. Here's how the sticks started out with the original Native Americans and Native Canadians, North Americans. They started out, you can see they change over the years. Different tribes use different kinds of sticks. So they use these, so the game of lacrosse was basically called the medicine game or the creator's game. It was given to them by the gods. Instead of having wars between tribes, they played these games. So a lacrosse game now, a boys game is 9-on-9 plus a goalie. A girls game is 10-on-10 plus goalies. They used to play tribe versus tribe, hundreds, maybe thousands of guys fighting for the ball, and the balls were not similar but different from the balls that we have today. But you see the difference from the different tribes, and as we go through the years. These are the sticks I played with in the 1970s, like that. I played with a wood stick too for a little while when I was young, and you see they've changed until now. They're a lot more pinched so you can hold on to the ball and you can't lose it. Now here's the sticks. Here's a boy stick. Here's a girl stick. You can see the difference. Boy stick has a lot more pocket to it than the girl stick. That is, so the boys, you're wearing a helmet, you're wearing gloves, you're wearing elbow pads, you're wearing shoulder pads. They're gonna be chopping on you with the stick. The girls game, they can still chop with the stick, but in high school and elementary school, it's limited so you can't get hurt, but because the ball will come out a lot easier. In college, my daughter plays in college down in Florida, and there's a lot of hitting, so it's just, it's a different game. The helmets are different too for field and indoor. So there's 2 kinds of lacrosse. There's indoor lacrosse, and there's box lacrosse, and there's field lacrosse. Most Americans play field lacrosse and they wear helmets like these. Most Canadians play box lacrosse and they wear helmets like these. You see there's a little less protection, but actually box lacrosse to me is tougher than field lacrosse because you're playing in a hockey rink with a lot more hitting, but still you need the protection in the outdoor game too because guys are winding up and shooting hard, and they're shooting 80, 90, 100 miles an hour with those balls. So it can be dangerous but fun. I love it. So you can see the game is a Native American, Native Canadian game. These are the Thompson brothers all playing together. 3 of them are brothers. Lyle, Miles, Ty, and Jeremy. Ty is their cousin. The other 3 brothers, and that's the President's Cup for the Can-Am Senior B Tournament in Canada. This is Jeremy right here. You can see how traditional lacrosse is. He's got the lacrosse tattoo on his back, and he's playing with the old wooden stick, which you can only play with in Ontario, and I think you can play goalie with it out west in the Western League. These are the Six Nations girls playing. So they've started later on. The Six Nations guys have been playing for a long time, and you see here's a young Six Nations guy playing. They start young. They're born with a stick, and when they pass away, the stick goes with them into their grave with them. So it's not just a game to the Six Nations folks and to the Indigenous people. It's a way of life. It's part of their tradition and their religion. And we are going to watch a couple of videos now and talk more about this. Thanks for coming. See you later.